Do you think that we're going far enough right now in terms of cutting off their economic means, that criminal organization, that business?
Yeah, no, we're not. We're not. Not enough has been done, but that doesn't mean that the president isn't committed to doing it. In other words,
Okay.
I was happy when he gave his speech. My idea and Marco Rubio's idea about cutting off the funding was one of the 4 or 5 component parts. But the administration has to prove that it's been effective in cutting off the money, and that'll take some time.
Okay.
It'll take a while. I think we have it's not an apples to apples comparison, but it's helpful to get a sense of what can happen. We had sanctions imposed upon the Iranian regime over many years. When it started, people said it'll never work or it'll have limited effectiveness. One of the ways that you make that work, sanctioning and cutting off funding, or something comparable to that, is to make sure that all the countries in the coalition are committed to it.
Right.
And doing the daily work of enforcing the rules. And we showed in the Iranian example that one of the reasons the Iranian regime is at the negotiation table on their nuclear program is because they were so constrained by the economic sanctions. We want to make sure that ISIS has similar pressure imposed upon it. And I think unlike the Iranian regime, I think putting major economic pressure on one terrorist organization, as big and as effective as they are, might actually be easier than it was putting economic pressure on a big country like Iran when we impose those sanctions. So in some ways we have a lot of experience in doing this, but we just have to be very determined on the strategy.